Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about Gift Gala Plum Embers. Now, this candle, you guys, or I should say, this is my first review of one of the 3-wick candles that Gift Gala offers. Shelby offers a lot of her fragrances in different size formats. She has like the 2-wick apothecary style vessels, which a lot of soy wax independent candle brands tend to use. She has a new 4-wick vessel that's really similar to the same size that Caramel Sundays uses. I believe that candle place might also use a vessel that size. She uses, I did a review the other day of Whispering Spice in kind of like a 2-wick amber jar. But she also has this 3-wick vessel, which is in this beautiful honeycomb design. Now, the trade-off I would say with this design is that there are no labels really on the front. There is a label on the bottom of the candle just indicating what fragrance it is. But this might fit, a lot of people's home aesthetic who maybe they just want this very simple, clean, elegant type of vessel. And so when I placed an order for the Autumn Almanac collection, what was that? Probably about a month and a half ago now. I initially ordered in the 2 wicks and some of the soy wax melts. And I knew that when I went to place an order for other candles, that I wanted to give this format a try. So the next 2 reviews that you are going to see for Gift Gala are going to be in this format. And I'm going to let you guys know at the end what I think about it, because 3-wick candles, they have their pluses and their minuses. So let's just go ahead and talk about the fragrance first and foremost. This is Plum Embers. The fragrance notes read Cashmere Plum, Woodland Sage, Smoldering Embers, and Ambered Driftwood. Now I'm going to tell you guys, plum is one of those fragrance notes that it's funny. I don't think I naturally really gravitate towards it. And yet the few times that I have had a plum fragrance in my collection, I've actually enjoyed it. I know a couple of years ago, Harry Slatkin had a plum candle in his Halloween collection. I'm forgetting what that candle was called. Like dark plum or something like that. And it was a really nice fragrance. I actually associate plum as being a fragrance that's really good for this time of year. It's kind of more of a like an early autumnal fruit. There's a little bit of depth and richness to it. But again, you guys, my I almost said my nose. My eyes don't naturally gravitate when I see a plum fragrance. It's like, am I going to like it? I don't know. I've never felt compelled to like repurchase plum fragrances. I guess that's the way that I could put it. However, when this collection launched, I initially passed up on this fragrance because the ember note made me a little bit nervous. I was not really a fan of Toasted Tides from Gift Gala. I know a lot of people love that fragrance, and it just comes down to my own nose's preference. And so, because of that, I was a little bit nervous. However, I went by Amy's house over at Beloved Fragrance Finds, and I smelled this one and I was like, oh, that is actually really pretty. And she and McKenna had both told me, they're like, no, I think you're going to like this one. And they were right. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I've been burning it. And you guys, I have to tell you, this is a very pretty plum fragrance. It's definitely kind of like, it's not a really like sweet, juicy, summertime type of plum. There's definitely like a depth and a richness to it, but it's also softened. Like this is a very pretty plum. It's not overly perfumey, which I'm thankful for. I I think that the wood notes and even the ember note in here that is being listed, I don't really detect anything that's really smoky about this fragrance, or truly even really woody. Like I detect more wood, say in Caramel Sundays Autumn Jam. That has a little bit more earthiness combined with spices, and it's a totally different fragrance than this one. I'm not even comparing them, saying that they're the different fragrances. But where I am comparing is saying like sometimes when a wood note is mixed in with like an autumnal fruit, they're very different. This is a really soft take on a plum. I'm wondering if it's the sage note in there as well. But again, this fragrance doesn't come across as too herbaceous or green. But it's just a very pretty, soft, almost. It's interesting that they call it like a cashmere plum, because there is something that's just kind of, how would I put this? Like it's dialed down plum. It's not intense, it's not bold, it's not candied, it's not hitting my nose as being too sharp. It's just very, very well rounded, very, very pretty. And it's a very versatile fragrance, to be quite honest with you guys, for this time of year. I've really enjoyed pairing this with Caramel Sundays oat milk and pistachio, as well as this burns really nicely with blankets. Is it blankets and books? Is that the other one? Yeah, blankets and books, which is kind of more of like a green pumpkin vine type of fragrance. It's very, very pretty. I feel like this is a type of scent that you can blend with a lot of other kind of fall transitional scents, maybe like a peach fragrance, or I don't know, maybe even pear. I personally haven't really blended this with like an overly spicy scent or apple. To my nose, that doesn't really sound appealing. But I feel like this is just, it's very, very pretty, you guys. If you tend to like plum fragrances, I definitely think that you will enjoy this. If you are scared off by the ember or the amber driftwood in the base, don't be, you guys, because that is initially what scared me off, and I don't really detect any of that when this is burning. Maybe a little like the amber, it's not even like Kringle amber. I think that the amber driftwood in here is maybe just giving a little extra element, maybe amping up. This isn't a perfumey scent by any stretch of the imagination to my nose. Like it doesn't hit me like a woman's perfume. But there's maybe a little bit of sweetness to it. But again, it's not overly sweet, and it's probably the wood notes in there. It's blended beautifully. It's a really, really pretty fragrance, and I definitely recommend it if you are somebody who is looking for maybe an autumnal fruit that is not apple, that is not pumpkin, that is not, although it isn't pumpkin a vegetable? I can't remember. Is it a vegetable or a fruit? What is the debate there? But this is kind of just a different twist, on some of the fruit fragrances that a lot of people gravitate towards as we head into the fall season. All right, now let's talk about the performance, because that's where I was really curious about this 3-wick vessel. So I've actually had this candle burning for probably about 3 hours now. I do burn my candles in hurricanes, so I have a nice deep wax pool. You can see wicks are performing quite well for me. They are not getting overly aggressive. You can trim them if you want. I did not on this most recent burn. Also, keep in mind, you guys, as I do my candle reviews, I know I mentioned this in all of my reviews, but not everybody watches all of them. I do have a ceiling fan going on overhead right now. It's just way too hot. It is supposed to be 108 degrees today here in Arizona. So my AC is on, and we definitely have ceiling fans. So if you see the flames dancing around a little bit more, I promise it's really more so the ceiling fans. Strength and throw on this candle, you guys, in this format, I'm going to say that this 3-wick format throws a lot better for me than their 2-wick style vessels. I would say that this one, the throw, especially the longer that this candle burns, is about an 8. The strength of this candle by nature is around a 7. And I am going to say, I think that that's a good thing, because I think if it were to be any stronger, it might be a little bit too much. I'm going to talk about this probably, I'm thinking, in my next empties video. I am finding that some fruit fragrances, if they are too strong and sweet for me, I'm almost finding them to be nauseating. But we'll talk about that in there. Fortunately, you guys, this candle does not fall into that category. To me, you guys, this is one of those fragrances that I feel like the throw is better than the strength, but that combination, it's perfect, you guys. I definitely highly recommend this vessel. I will still be doing my review on blankets and books, and I'm a lot further down in the burn on that one as well. And I'm finding that I'm having not the wick issues that typically come with a 3-wick vessel. Now, this 3-wick vessel does say that it has 20 ounces of 100% soy wax, so you're getting a little bit more than, say, like a Bath and Body Works or a Goose Creek candle that has a similar size vessel. Those, I believe, are like 14 and a half ounces of wax. This is 20 ounces of 100% soy wax. I do believe that this retails for $34. So you're getting slightly less wax. Let's talk here, Katie. Less wax than what you would be getting in the 2-wick vessels. But my personal belief, you guys, is that this vessel has better strength and throw. And so I am willing to get 2 ounces less of wax. It's okay, Lane. You can go ahead and walk through. Sorry, my son's in the background there. He wasn't sure if he could walk in. He's hungry, wanting a snack. Teenage boy right there, right? Yes.
That kid you just saw on the Polar Express video.
Yes, it's the kid you saw on the Polar Express video. He wants you all to know. Anyways, you guys, I personally would rather get 2 ounces less of wax to know that I'm going to probably get a little bit of increased strength and throw. The other thing that I will say that I like about these 3 wicks, and this could be a pro or a con to a lot of you guys, is that I find that the 3 wick vessels burn a little bit faster. I'm also finding that to be the case with the new Kringle 3 wicks. Now, for me personally, you guys, as a reviewer, as somebody who doesn't like to hoard candles and doesn't really, I'm not a collector, I'm somebody that likes to use up what I have. I personally am always craving variety and trying new things. And so for me, I like that I can get through a candle a little bit faster. But for those of you guys maybe who, you only burn candles occasionally, or you keep, you really like to savor and maybe get the most bang for your buck, that could be a con for you guys. But for me, it's a plus. I like being able to get through my candles a little bit faster. And again, I do find that those 2 wick vessels, pretty much any brand's 2 wick vessels, feel like they take forever for me to get through. So I do appreciate that about the 3 wick. Overall, you guys, I do recommend this candle. Maybe you want to throw it into your cart if you're going to be shopping from the the October Traditions pre-order that I know is going live on the 6th, which I have a feeling, I think that's the day that I'm planning to upload this video. Maybe earlier, not sure. But August 6th through the 7th is when Shelby has the October Traditions collection is going to be eligible for pre-order. Most of her orders ship over $75 for free. I do have an affiliate code with Gift Gala. It's Katie10. It'll save you 10% on your purchase. But yeah, you guys, I definitely recommend this candle, and I definitely recommend this format. Even if you're not wanting to purchase it in this fragrance profile, I know it's available as well in wax melts. I would definitely, if you are placing any orders with Gift Gala, she is pour to order. I would definitely look at these 3 wicks, because the 2 that I have had so far have performed really well for me, and I will just say that this is going to be like my go-to vessel moving forward when I place orders with Gift Gala. So anyways, you guys, let me know in the comment section down below if this is one that you have picked up. What are your thoughts on it? Are you somebody who likes plum fragrances, or are you like me where you think like, oh yeah, I think I do like plum, but it just doesn't always naturally catch your eye? I would be curious to know. Again, if you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.